Hello students. Now the first term is cell. What is cell? Cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Cell is structural and functional unit of life. How we can say that cell is a structural and functional unit of life? As a building is made up of small bricks, similarly all living organisms like plants and animals are also made up of cells. So we can say that cell is the structural unit of life, and cell also performs some specific functions which are essential for the survival of the life, like nutrition, digestion, respiration, excretion, reproduction, etc. So cell is the functional unit of life. This is the main definition. Cell is the structural and functional unit of life. I hope you all understand. Next, discovery. Who discovered the cell? Cell is firstly discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665 in his experiment. During his experiment, he saw numerous honeybee comb-like structures like this. This structure is just like honeycomb, honeybee comb. He saw honeybee comb-like structures, each structure named cell by Robert Hooke. Actually, in Latin language, the meaning of cell is just a small compartment. Just a small compartment. A compartment which is closed from every side. It is also called as a cellula. So, the cell term comes from there. Clear? The cell is firstly discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. During his experiment, he saw in his experiment numerous honeybee comb-like structures. Each structure named by him as a cell. Now one another scientist named Antony von Leeuwenhoek. Antony von Leeuwenhoek in 1674 studied cell in all living organisms. Robert Hooke discovered cell in a non-living, means in a cork, while Antony von Leeuwenhoek discovered cell in all living organisms like bacteria, protozoans, RBCs. These are the examples of living cell. Living cell is studied by Antony von Leeuwenhoek. Next topic is cell theory. Cell theory discovered by Schleiden and Schwann. 2 points of cell theory. First is all living organisms are made up of cell. All living organisms are made up of cells. And second important point, that all new cells arise from pre-existing cell. These 2 points are very important for cell theory. This is the question of 2 marks. Very important question. Define cell theory. Cell theory proposed by Schleiden and Schwann. And cell theory stated that all living organisms are made up of cells and all new cells arise from pre-existing cells. Now next topic is the shape and size of the cells. Shape and size. Numerous types of cells are found. It depends to different species. It varies to species to species. These are the structures of some cells. You can see that they are different in shapes. Like this is smooth muscle cells. This is bone cell, blood cells, sperm cell. Numerous types of cells. Some cells we can see with our eyes, but some cells we cannot see with their naked eyes. So their type of cells are very small. Like smallest cell, 1 mark question is smallest cell PPLO. PPLO, प्लूरोनिमोनिया लाइक ऑर्गेनिज्म. इसका एक्सटेंड फॉर्म नोट करिए आप. प्लूरोनिमोनिया लाइक ऑर्गेनिजम्स. PPLO is the smallest cell. Pleuropneumonia like organisms. Size is 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer. Very small. Next is the largest cell. Largest cell is the ostrich egg, which size is 18 centimeter. And the longest cell is the nerve cell, size 90 centimeter to 100 centimeter. These are very important questions for 1 marks. Next topic is types of cells. Mainly 2 types of cells. One, prokaryotic cell. and second is the eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Mainly these two types of cells. Prokaryotes special feature, pro means primitive. Meaning of pro means primitive type of cells. These type of cells are known as the primitive types of cells. What is the meaning of primitive? Means in these type of cells there is not complete nucleus, means true nucleus is absent. This is the special feature of prokaryote, that in prokaryotic cells complete nucleus is not present. This type of nucleus is known as diffuse nucleus. Diffuse or incipient nucleus. Diffuse or incipient nucleus. It seems that there is a nucleus, but that is not clear nucleus. This is a special property of the prokaryotic cells. Examples of prokaryotes means like bacterial cell. Bacterial cell. Bacteria is example of primitive type of cells. While eukaryotes, U means modern type of cells. Modern type of cells means these type of cells, a complete true nucleus is present in center. Complete nucleus is present in the eukaryotes, while diffuse nucleus is present in prokaryotes. Complete means true nucleus. True nucleus in eukaryotic cell. Main difference, please write down in your notebook. This is the main difference of pro and eukaryotic cell. In prokaryotic cell there is an incomplete or diffuse nucleus is present, while in eukaryotes true nucleus is present. Examples of eukaryotes are plant cells and animal cells. It means all plants and animals have a true nucleus inside them. Clear? Next topic is components of cells. Now what are the main components of cells? Mainly three components. First is plasma membrane. First component is plasma membrane. Second component is nucleus, and third component is cytoplasm. These are the three main components of any cell. First, plasma membrane. Plasma membrane, any cell covered by a layer, thin layer, that is named as plasma membrane. But plasma membrane is absent in animals. Plasma membrane present actually in both plant as well as in animal cell. But in plant cell, around the plasma membrane, one another cell is present, that is the cell wall. Means, suppose this is animal cell and this is plant cell. What is the difference in between these two cells? Plasma membrane is the outermost covering of animal cell, while in plant cell, this is the plasma membrane. In plant cell, around the plasma membrane, one another covering is present. This covering is called cell wall. It is absent in animal cell, but plasma membrane is present in both two types of cells. So, plasma membrane is the component of cell, not cell wall. Clear? Now, what are the nature of plasma membrane? Very important question. First important nature of plasma membrane is it provide a definite shape to the cell. It provide a definite shape to the cell. And second important feature, that is selective permeable. Means plasma membrane is selective permeable in nature. That means it allows which type of substances should be enter inside the cell or exit outside of the cell. So plasma membrane allows some special substances inside the cell and outside of the cell. And third special feature, that is the flexibility. Means plasma membrane is flexible in nature. This is the important character of plasma membrane. Due to flexibility, one process named as the endocytosis. Endocytosis occurs in some unicellular animals like in amoeba. You know amoeba? This is the structure of amoeba. The outer covering of amoeba is plasma membrane. At the time of capturing of food, amoeba is an aquatic animal. You all know that. At the time of capturing of food, amoeba folded from any places in the form of cup-like structures. In the form of cup-like structures, and these folds are called as pseudopodia. Pseudopodia. Pseudopodia are just like a false feet. So at the time of capturing of food, amoeba, plasma membrane of amoeba bent and form a cup-shaped structure by which external food enter inside the body of amoeba. So this is the flexible nature of plasma membrane which form cup. This process is called endocytosis, means entering of food, external food inside the body through the bending of plasma membrane. This is called endocytosis. So plasma membrane, due to flexible in nature, plasma membrane plays an important role for unicellular organisms in endocytosis. Nucleus, firstly discovered by Robert Brown. Robert Brown. Nucleus discovered by Robert Brown in 1831. Next is the structure. What is the structure? The structure of nucleus. This is the structure of nucleus. Nucleus is a double membranous cell organelles. These are the two membranes. Draw it on your notebook. Nucleus is a double membranous cell organelles. These two membranes are outer membrane and inner membrane. And the space in between these two membranes is perinuclear space. Perinuclear space. These nuclear membrane ruptured at numerous places. At many places, these nuclear membrane ruptured in the form of pores. These pores are called as a nuclear pore. So these are the nuclear pore. Nuclear pores. And inside the nucleus there is a fluid, that is nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm. Very important cell organelles. Nucleus is a double membranous cell organelle. These are the outer and inner membrane, and the space between these two membranes is the perinuclear space. And these nuclear membrane ruptured at many places in the form of pores. These pores are called as a nuclear pore. Inside the nucleus there is a liquid that is called as a nucleoplasm, and in nucleoplasm there is another smaller structure, that is nucleolus. Nucleolus. Nucleus and nucleolus. And another thread-like structures are also suspended in the nucleoplasm. These are chromatin threads. These are chromatin threads. Chromatin threads are made up of chromosomes plus protein. When chromosome wrapped with protein, then this structure is called as the chromatin threads. In the nucleus, nucleolus is a very important. Nucleolus is the site of ribosomes formation. Next topic is the function of nucleus. What is the role of nucleus? Nucleus provide master cell organelle, it is also called as, because it control all the vital activities